So here we are going to use Desmos to find our relative min and max. Okay, so the first thing what you'll want to do is you'll want to click into a field here, and then you're going to type in your function. So we are going to type y, and then obviously your equal sign, and you'll type your x, then you'll push this A-B button, push 3, and then plus the 3x squared minus the 24x. And this is the picture that should pop up on your screen. Now if you use your fingers and touch the graph and pinch towards each other or away, it will adjust the graph so that you can see both our relative min and max. Okay, so remember our relative min is relatively, the smallest point. So here's our relative min here. And our relative max would be up here. Now, if you actually put your cursor on that point, it will tell you that point. Okay, so what this means, is we have a relative minimum of negative 28 when x equals 2. And that's it. Similarly, to get the relative max, I can do the same thing. I can click on that point that's up at the top, right, where our relative max is, and it does say negative 480. So what that means is we have a relative max at 80 when x equals negative 4. And that's it. So on that example you try, here is your graph. Find the relative min and max. So hopefully you have a relative min of negative 2.004 when x is 0.642. And you have a relative max of 3.132 when x is negative 0.87. Finally, if we had a graph that looks something as so, for x to the fourth minus 7x cubed plus 2x minus 5, we have something a little bit different. So notice that we have, here is what we call a absolute minimum, right? Because there's nothing below, so we know we have absolute minimum. At negative 6.411 when x is 1.23. Here is what we call the relative min. Relative min negative 0.28. Okay, now one thing, notice I didn't even get here, that is your relative max. Okay, and that's it.